It's your boy G Cornerman Boxing. I have the honor and pleasure, Mr. Arnold Barboza Sr. here in New York City. How we doing, champ?
We're doing great, man. It's nice to be here for the second time. We're ready to rock and roll May 2nd.
Right, right. So, I mean, you guys coming out from that West Coast, how does it feel, coming here to Times Square, the bright lights? How's this moment feeling for you guys?
Like I said, we fought here before. We just came from fighting in the UK, which is hostile territory up there. We fought over there, so we're ready.
Right. How do you feel about this matchup with Teofimo Lopez? We know it's something that you guys been chasing for a long time. Do you see like really vulnerability in him that you guys can defeat him?
Oh, he's a great fighter. You can't take anything away from Teo. He accomplished a lot in a short period of time. But this is a fight that we've been wanting and for a very long time. And we're if he's hungry, we're starving, bro.
Right.
So we'll be ready.
Is there like a rematch clause should Barboza beat him?
No, there's no rematch clause.
No rematch clause.
No rematch clause.
Wow. Because I was there at the press conference and we saw Hitchens came and he was like, "Oh, if you win, you got me next." That you don't want to think that far ahead, or?
Yeah, right now we're just focusing on Teo. That's what we got in front of us, and then we'll see what happens afterwards. But right now, the main focus is Teo, 100%.
Right, right. Now, stylistically, you don't gotta give us too much, but how do you think this could play out with Arnold? We know he brings a lot of pressure. He's smart as well. Teofimo sometimes he kind of boxes a little more, right? I mean, how stylistically, how do you see this one?
Oh, the good thing with us, bro, we like you said, we could brawl, we could box. We easily we adapt to anything that Teo's gonna bring. We'll be ready. We'll be ready. We spend 6 weeks in Big Bear, like up in the altitude, like that's what we usually do our training camps. And like I said, mentally, physically, we're 100% focused.
Right. Was it easy to get sparring for this fight, like similar to Teofimo style, or?
Yeah. I mean, I can't give you any
No
names that but we definitely brought two very tough guys, talented guys for sparring, and we'll be ready to rock and roll.
How's your experience been so far working with Turkey Alashik? We know he has a big promotion going on with Riyadh season. Now he's here in New York, Fatal Fury. How's it been so far, and what do you think about working with him?
It's been great, bro. This is actually the third fight that we fought in Saudi Arabia. That was our first fight, and then the second fight was in the UK, and now here in New York.
Right. How proud as a father do you feel, seeing your son winning his first title, major title, and now getting the opportunity for that lineal championship?
I'm very proud. I'm very proud of my son. I mean, he stayed focused and grounded. And that's the key. You got to continue to grind. Things didn't happen for a very, very long time, and it is discouraging. But he stood focused, and good things are paying off now.
Right. Now, you as his head trainer, what do you think are some of the best things that you've been able to help him with in his development as a fighter? What can you say about that?
You know what? We've been together for a very, very long time, since he was 5.5 years old.
Wow.
He's been training, so. And that's one of the things, discipline and 100% staying grounded, and it's paying off in the long run, because a very, very disciplined young man, not only because he's my son, but every time he does something, he does it at 100%. That's why there was a long period of time when he stopped, when he stopped when he was 13, he came back when he was 19, 20 years old.
Wow.
And the same thing, because he lost a little hunger that you have, and he didn't have it no more. He continued to play other sports. He went up to 210, 215 pounds.
What?
And then he came back, like I said, in a later age, because he was ready. He wanted to do it from his heart.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to push him, because I believe if you don't have it in you, if you don't want it, it's something different, and when you want it, you're gonna do good,
Absolutely. Coach, who are some of your favorite fighters or teachers, coaches to learn from?
There's been a lot of great fighters. It's just almost impossible to name, all these great fighters from back in the days. Chavez, Finito Lopez, Sugar Ray Leonard, and then Mayweather, Pacquiao, De La Hoya. The list goes on and on and on. I'm a big fan, basically, of boxing. That's what it is.
Right. Now I'm gonna let you go, but I got one or two more. In this fight, do you see Barboza hurting Teofimo, maybe stopping him, or?
Like I said, we're not gonna look for the knockout. If it happens, it happens. But there's one thing that we're going to be for sure, that we're going to be to announce the winner in the end of the fight.
Right, guaranteed. Now, what advice would you have, for other children who may be looking to become successful like Arnold has, or fathers who have children,
Stay focused, stay grounded. Your opportunity will come. Sometimes it doesn't come, like I said, from one day to another. Usually that happens when, for fighters that have been, they had extensive amateur career, Olympians.
Mm-hmm.
That's the fighters that you intend to see getting the opportunity quicker.
Mm-hmm.
Than other fighters that didn't have this extensive amateur career. They had a great, like my son had probably about 70 amateur fights, but like I said, he stopped such a long time that nobody knew who he was, so it took us a very long time. But like I said, stay positive, stay focused, and continue to grind, and good things will pay off in the end.
Right, but you guys had to work very hard to get where you at today, right?
Oh yeah, man, 11, 12, 13 years, he was the only undefeated fighter that wasn't getting the opportunity. We got that opportunity because we earned it. We had to go to the UK and, like you said, fight Catterall, somebody that nobody wanted to fight him,
Mm-hmm.
especially in his hometown. We had to travel to the UK, and Teo didn't give us the opportunity. We earned the opportunity. He has plenty of chances when he was with Top Rank. We were 8 years with Top Rank. 3 or 4 different occasions, he passed on the fight. He didn't want to fight us, so it wasn't up to Top Rank. I mean, they offered him the fight. He didn't want to take it, so it boiled down to him refusing the fight.
Wow. Coach, what message would you have, last one, for all the fans, everybody coming out to support you and your team, your son, Saturday night?
Thank you for everybody. Tune in on May 2nd. If you can't make it, tune in May 2nd. Pay-per-view, it'll be a banger card.
Yes, sir. There you have it, Coach. Thank you so much for your time. I wish you the best Saturday night and the rest of your career.
Thank you, man. You have a blessed night.
Thank you, brother.